So in this video we're gonna see how we can fetch data. So there are several methods we can use to fetch data. In this video we're gonna use the fetch API. So inside the useEffect hook we can fetch the data, and because we are using the empty dependency array, this will make sure that the useEffect hook will run only once whenever the component mounts to the DOM. So here we're gonna use the JSON placeholders API, which returns to-dos. So this is the API endpoint, and it returns a number of to-do with the ID, title, and also the status of completion. So here we have total of 200 to-dos. This is one array of objects. So we're gonna use this endpoint to fetch the data and render in our component. So let's just define one method called fetch data, and this will be one asynchronous method. So first of all, let's just get the response. So we're gonna use await and then fetch, and inside that we're gonna pass this API endpoint, and then we can get the result. So again we have to use await, and then we can use response.json to get the data. So for now let's just console log the data that we received. So console log result. So let's now call the method. So fetch data. So here we have this array of objects. You can see we have the user ID, title. So that means we are successfully fetching the data from this API. Now we have to store this in a state so that we can render this in our component. So we're gonna create the state data and set data, and initially this will be one empty array, and whenever we receive the result we're just gonna set the data. So we can map over this array and we can print all of their title. Let's just use data.map, and we're gonna get every individual data, and for every data we're gonna return one list item, and inside the list item we're gonna print data.title, title of every to-do. So here you can see we have all the data inside the list item, and also you can see we're getting this error. It says that each child in a list should have a unique key prop. So because we are rendering multiple lists, so this should have a unique key property. So we're gonna use the key property. So as a key we're gonna use the ID of the to-dos. So here we're gonna pass data.id, and now you can see the error is gone. So everything is working properly, and also we can add one loader. So whenever the page loads, we wanted to show a loader. So for this we can use one state loading and set loading. So initially we're gonna make this true so that the loader will show whenever the fetching is in progress. So if the loading is on, then we're just gonna return one h2 which says loading. So you can see it is always showing loading. That is because we have to make the loading false also. So whenever the data fetching is completed, then here we can use the set loading and we can make this false. So now if we refresh, so initially you can see we have the loading, and now whenever we have the data, the loading disappears and we can only see the list item. So this is the way we can fetch data inside of this useEffect hook. So in the next video we're gonna learn more about fetching. So that's it for the video. See you in the next one. Take care.